Hi everyone, this is Killshot 99 Gaming. This is The Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, Avengers, and 999 Gaming 2019 year-end review. We are closing it down, everybody. This is going to be our last stream. So what are we going to do tonight? We're going to do a couple countdowns. We're going to recap a little bit of our year. We're going to talk about some exciting things that we have in store for 2020. Pleased to announce several new things. I know it's probably going to surprise some of you guys when we go back through a lot of things that we did for 2019. Before we get started, everybody, if you guys has had a great time in 2019, hit that thumbs up button. I am going to warn everybody, this is a drinking stream. So if we get a little bit behind, if something might get slurred during the stream, I'm going to try to do my best. But this is a time for celebration, and we'll get through it. One way or another, we'll get through it. But we'll do a couple countdowns. We'll do whatever you guys want to do. If you guys want to talk movies, music. I had a list of like the best songs of all time, and everybody's list was completely different. So if everybody's list is different, what's the point of doing it? E-Beach, good evening, Army. Thank you so much, Eric. Appreciate that. Can I go for it, Joseph? This is going to be freestyle on crack. This is going to be like crazy, ridiculous freestyle Sunday. So yes, there were some interesting football games I know today, but you guys see kind of like the collage that's up there. That's going to be a reminder of a lot of stuff that we sort of went throughout the year. And if you guys are drinking, I guess every time we pick a topic, we can talk about what we liked about that topic, and then we'll just sort of break it down. So let's start it out. Who's having a nice beverage? I got some Johnny Walker Blue Label, and I also got a Stella Artois. So yeah, if maybe I'll get a chance to drink them, maybe I won't. There could be a pause or a challenge or a dare or a super chat or a super sticker or whatever. We just may kind of go through it. So get your comments included in this video. We're going to be very, very wide-ranging. So Stephen Kemp says, great to close the door 2019, the unity which we will develop 2020. So let me just approach something, and I want to keep it very, very positive. I won't say that 2019 was not without some challenges. We learned a lot about our subscribers, our group, our network. Hey, everything was not perfect. We had some challenges on our Facebook fan page, but I will tell you that is a testament of a good family when you kind of get through everything and realize that there's going to be times that we don't all like each other. But in 2020, the key is that we go forward and we all respect each other. I'm not asking everybody in here to be best friends. I'm just going to say when we do a stream, just be respectful and have a good time and participate. That's what we want everybody to do. So you guys ready to talk a little bit about recaps and some things that Kel, what are you drinking? I know you're not, and where's Emmy? I know Emmy's got something working as well, too. It's a Sunday night. It's our last stream, everybody. We are taking tomorrow off, and we're taking Tuesday off, and then we'll be back maybe with a mini stream on New Year's. But that's going to be some of the stuff that I'm going to announce. Dr. Pepper, there you go. Good stuff. Nothing wrong with Dr. Pepper. Mashup Mondays, Random Tuesdays, Bold Predictions, Freestyle Friday, Coffee with Kills, Play Dead Live. All of those things we did throughout the year. I'm going to ask you guys right now, before we go back through memory lane, if you had to pick one of those streams, I want to know, what is your favorite? Which stream do you enjoy watching the playback or being a part of the most? Grimes on the radio. My birthday is tomorrow. Got my apple vodka. You know what? How about a little birthday song for Grimes on the radio? It's not my job on your birthday anymore. Grimes, happy birthday. Thank you so much for being a part of this channel. For a long time, I recognized the faces. So Fluff loves the random things. I do like, Fluff is great at the random things. That's why when we get into rhyme time, Wilson likes to funnel them down. Funneling any day of the week, right? Show reviews, random things. Lynn Nesbitt likes when I go on a rant. Coffee with Kills. I've been on quite a few rants. Ron Burgundy Moore. Father Ron is all about the PDL. Ron, I'm having a great time with PDL as well, too. So, a lot of random things. How about Mashup Mondays? Mashup Mondays caught a little bit of steam there. Yeah, I do tend to get a little bit fired up. But here's just a couple things for 2020. You can see a lot more double shots. Monday mashups, Play Dead Live private campaigns, comic premiere reads. We're going to bring those back in January. Freestyle Friday is going to have its own dedicated portion of Friday. I know a lot of times we like to mix it together, but we are going to distinguish between the two and have a clear-cut transition. We're also going to add more gaming material. We did a great job with the trading cards, with the pack openings. Trading cards, real-life trading cards being mailed out. Bobbleheads. I announced this earlier today to a select group of people. We are going to be adding a couple collectibles like the Funko Pops. We're going to have at least 2 bobbleheads that will be available this coming up year in 2020. We're going to get back to our superfan emojis. And Green Team, can you guys do me a favor? And can we give a shout-out to Crystal Singer Chick Gore and Kimberly M.? We are winding down 2019, but our last super fans of 2019, and we are going to put polls and surveys, and we're going to get back to our super fans, which means we're going to need to expand our green team. We're going to have to get more green members in 2020 in order to get more emojis, because YouTube likes to keep a close guard on those emojis. We got Will the Bill super chatting. What's up, Army, Mods, and Kills? I want to say I love you guys. Have an amazing new year. 2019, and it is scrolling fast. 2019 definitely had some challenges, but we got through it with a blast. And absolutely, Will, we're going to make 2020 our best ever. I'm going to go through just some channel expectations. We have 27 Play Dead Live sponsors. My goal when we open this up back up in Monday, we cut it off in around the 1st of December. I'm shooting for 50 sponsors before March. So we want to double our sponsorship. It's going to add a lot of new material that we're really going to get into. Also, you guys may not have noticed this, but we added 22,000 subscribers to our channel in 2019. 25% increase in subscriber base. So we're going to push forward and add to the subscribers. We added to our Facebook fan page. We added over 500 new Facebook fan page members. And you know what? We don't keep that open for anybody to find it. So we're very particular on people that we allow into the fan page. We could have been well over 5,000 in our Facebook fan page. So we're going to grow our subscriber count. But one of the things that I really, really loved about last year is how we diversified the channel with a lot of different topics, and we're going to continue to do that. And we also doubled our retention. So that means our average our viewers stayed here and watched our videos or participated twice as long in 2019 as they did in 2018. So let's start to chip away at the puzzle up there. So top left-hand corner, who wants to take a drink? And actually, whoever can successfully tell me what the top left-hand corner signifies, I will take a drink of this Johnny Walker Blue right here. So as soon as somebody can tell me what the top left-hand corner signifies, I know it's Negan. Come on, Wilson, genius. Come on, guys. It's not. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. These are all things that we did last year. So in January, we did comic book premieres where I read the comic and we all got together and we watched it all at the same time. So in the top left-hand corner, that is a comic book premiere. So Ron Burgundy Moore, the first shot is on you. My goodness, this is going to be a rough stream by the time we get to the end of this. So I'll go back. Is it okay? I'm going to go back and forth between the Johnny Walker and the Stella. Because if I just go straight Johnny Walker, we're going to get through about 15 minutes of this stream, and you guys aren't going to be able to understand a single word that I'm saying. Luckily, I'm streaming. I'm in a safe environment. All right, so now that we've taken down the comic book premieres, how many people participated in our comic premieres or watched some of the playback or at least had some involvement in the comic book reads? Now, let me say to you guys, the only reason why I started doing the comic reads is because of you. You guys kind of talked me into it. So That's why we're bringing it back. There were some voices in there. Well, I just want to say that the only reason I started reading a particular comic is because of the 999 Army. So absolutely, we got up. I don't remember the issue we got up to. It was somewhere around the 112, 113. I absolutely love the comic book reads. So Sheila Beasley says, I don't do comics, but see, Sheila, that's why I do it for you guys. Exactly. Hippo remembers the melon farmers. I do the comics, but I do it PG rated. So there were no cuss words in there. So Negan was a little bit tough. But I figure that since I haven't gotten to the whispers, I can certainly get some alpha dialogue in there. So that's why I want to pick it back up. I want to get to the whispers, and when Alpha talks, now I know what she sounds like on the TV show. I can sort of incorporate all of that. So up until those of you that followed the comic reads, and I did up to about 112, 113, do you guys have a particular comic moment that you remember from the last year or last 2 years that just sort of jumped out? A particular comic moment. I'm not going to do heavy breathing tonight. Maybe some heavy drinking tonight, but not heavy breathing. Dale being eaten. Issue 100. Yeah, the introduction of Negan, I got to tell you, reading the comic Beatdown of Glenn was not as tough as the TV show, but it was still a little bit emotional. You know what, Tammy? Maybe by the end of the stream we could get into some heavy breathing. But here's the other thing that happened in January, and I would say it's a little bit disappointing. So in the top left-hand corner, again, I'll go with the second drink of the night, and it'll be on the first person. Willa Bill says, 5 more shots and the heavy breathing will come natural. Not going to lie, that has happened before. So I don't even know. All right. You know what, Ron? I didn't even get finished with it. Okay, yes. Top left-hand corner. Ron is, nope, not the Night King. Ron is absolutely right. Emmy, how disappointed are you that top left-hand corner, that show is canceled and is no longer a part of what we do? I thought we had a good time. It's The Passage. Who here enjoyed The Passage? I mean, I thought it had some potential. I actually thought The Passage was better than Fear the Walking Dead last season. I mean, we had some neat little chats around it. All right, Ron, this one's for you. All right, we got E-Beach. You talked me into it. I'm drinking, Southern Comfort and Coca-Cola. Not a bad choice. Not a bad choice at all. Willa Bill, what do you have fired up down there? Well, you know what? It was canceled, but it doesn't mean that another station won't ever pick it back up. We can still hold out for that. So we kind of got our foot in the door. Let me get rid of another piece of the puzzle. Oh, by the way, that was January as well. Seemed like so long ago. Can you believe? So the theme of all these pieces are what we talked about in each given month of last year. So in January, when there was no Walking Dead and it was all about speculation and we're still waiting on Fear and, the Game of Thrones news was coming out, in January, the majority of our streams or The Passage, and also comic premieres. That's what we did last year. All right. So, I got to be careful with how I bring this up because we really got onto the Red Fair, and there were, I'll say a couple. I might be generous here. There were a couple that other sites out there that used the Red Fair name in a mocking fashion. Like I said, I'm not going to say who they are, but at first it was kind of cool. Is there a Red Fair? And then there were one or two people that just started naming all of their videos the Red Fair, just to kind of be asshats about it. But let's go back to February. So February, what is your, I know it's a long time ago, it's 10 months ago. What was your best Red Fair prediction? And it doesn't have to be one that I made. It can be one that you made because we got together and talked about a lot of these. All right, so I'm going to drink to the best Red Fair prediction. And is Julie McGuire here? Is Red Fair here? A lot of people popping in. We were hashtagging Red Fair. Tara dying. So this is what I remember with some of the Red Fair predictions is we were debating whether or not it was going to happen in front of everybody. Like, would it be like somebody's up on stage and then they get executed? So Ezekiel never happened. Will is drinking every time. Ooh, okay. Well, here you go, Will. This is like number 3 or number 4. So, bottoms up. So, Henry dying. There won't be heavy breathing, but there's going to be a lot of you guys will hear me kind of gulp, I guess. Don't drop the projector bulb. So, we were on point with Henry. We were off point with Gage, and Gage is the one we really wanted to die. Tara, we nailed it. I don't know. I think we kind of willed Tara into existence, and I know some of you, Tara's your favorite character. I think it was Pete D. Pete D, we did stream almost every day, and Pete was in there talking about, Tara going. Ozzy was a shock. Heavy breathing must be done. No, not yet. But the Red Fair was a lot of our activities and the Pike predictions. So that was in February. All right, the next one is pretty obvious, and that gets us to March. So in March, a lot of our content was Game of Thrones. So, first of all, let me just say this. Will, even before we get to the best scenes in Game of Thrones, we should probably just drink to what might have been the best television series of all time. I'm partial. I'm going to say Walking Dead. But is there anybody here that would throw down the gauntlet and say Game of Thrones is the best TV series of all time? Yeah, we're winding back the clock. We're going counterclockwise, sort of. It's different. I'm biased, but we got our foot in the door with Game of Thrones. we didn't talk about it the year before. We were a little bit behind the times. But boy, when spinoffs start getting out there, the 999 Army is going to be front and center in Game of Thrones content. One thing that I did learn is that salt water does not heal dragons. So I'm going to ask you guys right now as we wind down and replay and review 2019, what was your favorite Game of Thrones moment? We all watched it together. We all participated together. We even got a few predictions in there. What was your favorite moment from last year? And Will, I'm switching over to the Stella just for a couple seconds. Favorite moments. Ocean Man was actually, little known fact, his nickname came from that particular prediction, Ocean Man. Will says, it takes 3 years. It works. Arya killing the Night King. Cersei and Jaime dying together. A lot of good stuff there. So, Will, the problem is when we get to the spinoff, it's going to be a prequel, so we're never going to know if it's 3 years. Ramsay getting killed. Hound in the mountain fight. Are you guys feeling a little nostalgic? Or are you starting to remember a little bit of 2019 that maybe we had sort of forgotten that we had talked about? I know when I was just doing the clips of some of these thumbnails, it was like, wow, we've had a pretty busy, action-packed year. It was kind of mind-blowing. Yeah, I think for me, Game of Thrones, it was just the whole reckoning. It was just a dragon flying over and Daenerys just torching the whole kingdom. I think that's probably the most vivid memory I have of last season. Sheila Beasley, super chatting it for New Year's. Thank you so much, Sheila Beasley. Appreciate that. And appreciate you being here. The lead up to Game of Thrones predictions. Well, I got to say, a lot of our audience was not buying that Daenerys was losing her mind. I'm not going to call anybody out, but I know in particular we did a couple streams, and I won't say it was heated, but I was very passionate in the fact that she was going evil beast mode. And I just caught a lot of flack from a couple people. Said, nope, it's not going to happen. She's not going to lose her mind. But yes. Tom Bug Ferreira, what was y'all's thoughts on Rise of Skywalker? Loved it, Tom. Absolutely loved it. So we are through the month of March, and then I got to say, April, most of us were completely consumed with Avengers Endgame. Is there anyone here that did not watch Avengers Endgame? That was our April. And it was so hard not going over the spoilers because spoilers are out there. It's like, well, this person died, this person, half the people. It's just crazy. Well, at this point, Julia, spoilers are off. It's been almost a year. But I will say, even if you know the spoiler, and if you're not a big Avenger fan, the movie is incredible. So, Endgame. Who was your favorite character in Endgame, or what was your favorite moment? And I have three favorite characters. And the first person that can pick 2 out of 3 of those characters will force me to drink. 2 out of 3. One should be easy. Iron Man is one. That is correct. Because many of you guys have seen the picture of me rocking the Iron Man costume. So, yeah, it's kind of like cheating. Man. Ron Burgundy Moore is like in my mind tonight. Ron is in my mind like Ben, the Tin Man, used to be. Remember how Ben Stevenson, like every time I would go on a topic and Ben would have it? Like Ron is seriously like 3 for 3. Iron Man and Black Widow are 2. You know what? Bonus to anyone that can say the third. Pick the third. Third's going to be a little bit tougher, but I did mention the third. And this is the way I mentioned it in one of our streams. I said, this was a person I didn't realize was quite as powerful as they are. And then after I watched their movie and the Avengers, I realized I kind of like this character. All right, I'm drinking for you, Ron. And Will, you're drinking too. All right, we got another super chat. Bug Ferreira says, Endgame, Godzilla, Joker. Episode 9 are my top 4 films of the year in terms of them being awesome. Absolutely. Oh, yeah, Will, you need to catch up tonight. Ecom and... Wait, is Ron again? Holy Toledo. Ron is like 4 for 4 tonight. Ron and Ecom, absolutely. It's Doctor Strange. Is there anybody that maybe was not a Doctor Strange fan and then saw the movie and then all of a sudden you became a Doctor Strange fan because he's pretty cool and the sense of humor was neat? Yeah. Those were my 3. Iron Man, Black Widow, and Doctor Strange. The one thing I'll tell you guys, though, a lot of times when I have like a character I like, they almost always die. I don't know why. I don't know why I pick the characters that always die. It just happens that way. Abraham, dead. But April... we were absolutely consumed with the Avengers. All right. And then we transitioned to, yeah, it's happening. I can't say the word transition. I just made transition into like 3 words somehow. All right, I'm going to have to clear my throat. Let me clear my throat. I hope you don't mind. All right, so, yeah, you know what's coming next. Stop. Stop it, Ron. Stop it, Julia. You're going to get Will fired up. Look, I get it. Hindsight is 20/20. We can look back on Fear and say it was bad, and it was. But let's remember the hype that we went into in May. We were all excited about Fear. We were having a good time. And I feel like we're going to be hyped and excited about it again. Because that's just who we are as Walking Dead fans. But they did disappoint us. That's good. Flamethrower. Kills, don't you know Canadians are psychic around drunk Americans? You know what, Fluff? That could be option A. Option B could be that I've mentioned it before. Or option C could be that in my state of moving toward drunkenness, that I'm more predictable. I'm a little slower. My reflexes are slowing down, and I'm not cat-like anymore. I mean, you guys know, like, during normal streams, my reflexes are cat-like. Like, I'm quick. I'm quick with one-liners. I'm quick with all of that stuff. But yes, I think Ron's on to me now. Lynn Nesbitt says, fear was stupid. Okay, but let's go back to our early predictions of fear. So if we're back to May, what were the boldest predictions that many of us and many of you predicted would happen? Almost none of which happened. Let me say this. Like, I think that's what was so disappointing about fear is like nobody ever dies. In fact, somebody left a comment the other day on a video, and I don't know, one of the subs, maybe it's Peter Francis, somebody. But they said, Kills, stop with the Fear of the Walking Dead predictions. You said Grace was going to die. She didn't die. You said Alicia was a goner. She's not dead yet. You said June. And then I thought about it, was like, yeah. But it doesn't make me a bad predictor. It just means that the writing was pretty bad. Like, all three of those deaths should have happened. So I'm going to do this live. That I agree. Mariah Campisi says, we wrote fear better than the writers did. So I'm going to ask this question, okay? Am I a bad predictor because I predicted Grace, Alicia, and June would all die? Or did Ian and Andrew kind of butcher the storyline last year? All right, I'm asking live. I can take it. If you guys want to blame me, go ahead and blame me. But if you are going to blame me, if you guys enjoyed the Fear of the Walking Dead predictions and you enjoyed all the chat around it, do me a favor. Hit the like button. We're winding down 2019. Look at that. See? They just wrote it wrong. Most people got my back. Thank you, Diana C. They just effed up. %. Now, look, just because we can criticize it doesn't mean that they're not going to reboot it and redo it better. Will the Bill, the writing was horrible. It's going to take a miracle for me to click play on a new season. All right. But see, Will and I are going to take a drink, and Will says it's going to take a miracle. So I'm going to double down on my bet. And I'm going to say that I have a way to get Will the Bill to watch Fear the Walking Dead again. What do you guys think? You guys think I can do it? I think I can even do it tonight. We're going to take another shot here first. All right, Will. And we're going to do this. See, what I'm going to do, Will, is I'm going to use the power of the 999 Army. So, in exception to Will, how many of you are going to be right there with me talking about Fear of the Walking Dead? Look, even though we bashed it a little bit, where's the Army at? You guys going to be there? I'm going to be talking about it this year. If we don't like it, we can criticize it. We can do our bold predictions. It doesn't always have to be perfect, but we have fun as a group getting together and talking about it. So, see, there you go. That's the Army. So what I need all you guys to do right now, I need everybody in this stream is going to be here with me. I need you guys to tell Will that the streams aren't the same if we don't have Will the Bill in those streams hanging out with us watching Fear the Walking Dead. Good, bad, or ugly, we need our army to be a part of that. So can you guys do me a favor and just let Will know that he's an important piece of that project? There we go. That's what I'm talking about, Julia. Who else? Who else wants to see Will the Bill? Exactly. Come on, Ben. Will has to be there. All right. So Will said it will take a miracle. That's my New Year's miracle. This is what we do. You know, it's kind of like B movies. You know, Evil Dead and things that are kind of cult classics. You don't have to love everything about it. You can actually just watch it and appreciate the weird inconsistencies in it. And I think Fear had its moments. It just didn't have enough good moments last year. But we've spoken and we've said we need better. We're going to give them a chance to give us better. So Fear the Walking Dead, everybody. We're not going to make this stream completely about Fear the Walking Dead. But then, there you look at that. Oh, Will, if a super chat from Emmy in all caps calling out Billy Buns, if that's not your New Year's miracle, look at this. Ron Burgundy Moore, Will, we love you, man. Got to be there with us. All right. So, Will, I need to ask a follow-up question. Did we hit the miracle? I mean, that was back-to-back recruitment speeches. Johnny Walker. Come on, Will. Loose ends make my ass itch. Very Abraham-esque. Love it. So, here's our slate for next year. There it is. There's the miracle. Will the Bill. I'm in, but I swear if it turns into a soap, I'm out. Come on. And, hey, look at the bright side, Will. If it weren't for Fear the Walking Dead, I wouldn't be going all the way down to Atlanta. So I guess there was a positive to the show. So that was the first 5 months. And then we got to June. I mean, the month of June. Because nobody ever gets to June. June's going to live forever. But the month of June was really about our fear, getting ready for Comic-Con, and Random Things. So many of you have said Random Things is your favorite show. So I'm going to throw this out there to the group. What segment do you like most about Random Things? The topics that we start out with? Rhyme time. We added Kills Connections this year. Brand new segment. Commodore Crawfish in the house. Through the sands of time. These are the PDLs of our... Oh, I like that. That was very poetic. Show a little love for Crawfish. That was a nice tie-in there. So one of the things that we haven't done the last few Random Things is the countdowns. And I know Kel absolutely loved the music countdowns and Random Things. So we added some AOL. We had some, certainly that's one of my favorite too. If you're bored and you just go to AOL, which I don't know many people do anymore, but just go on there and then like the first page will be something that's semi-news, and then it'll be an ad, and then after that you get into the weeds. It is all these, I don't even know what they're called anymore. They're not ads, and they're not news, but they're almost like shoestring articles. It's an article that makes you read 10 pages, and there's ads along the side. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I don't know if there's a name for it. Crawfish. Like how I tied in the sand running. You know what? I love you. You're on fire tonight. It's like the sand, because the year's ending, and then sands of the hourglass, and then Will said soap. That's like a trifecta. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I would call it clickbait. I'm trying to think of an example, but it says like how to grow your hair in 2 days or something like that, maybe. And then the first page will be something along the lines of, many people have problems growing their hair. And what Tom found out was that there were ingredients that must be applied at certain times of the day. Little did Tom know that those ingredients could only be found in the island of Bermuda. And then you go to page 2. The island, and it just goes on and on and on. And then you get to the end of it, and it never answers the question of what the ad is. That's what AOL is right now. And we need to come up with a name for it. I'm kind of making this up as I go, but that's what it is. And it goes on and on and on. And you click on it because you're like, okay, let me just scroll to page 7, because page 7 is probably going to answer the question to it. And then it's still talking about like the tropical temperature of Bermuda and, where the secret chest is to find these hair products. I don't know what it is, but it just leads you on and on and on and on. And you never find the ingredients. But yeah, I'm going to come up with a name for those things. But that's what Random Things is. And we don't do random things all year long. We kind of plug and play random things in there. Because when Walking Dead is on and we're doing double shots. Oh, speaking of double shots, Will, let's do a single shot. We won't do a double shot. All right. If you guys are just tuning in or following along, we've got some Stella. We got some Johnny Walker Blue. So Will has made a commitment every time I pause and we talk about a topic and drink that Will is going to be right there along. The big difference is I'm talking and Will is typing. So by the end of the night, I want you to see is who is worse for wear. My slurred words or Will's inability to type the word the. Because we're both going to get there. Crawfish hyping it up. And you know what? We're 42 minutes in, so let's do a drink check. Did anybody start this stream? With no alcohol. So Stephen Kemp, if you're getting repeat, F5. Because what's happening is you're playing the stream down at the bottom and you're listening live. So if you look at the screen, there's like a pause button. Just F5 it and it'll get you current. It means you're probably behind by a minute or two. So, all right. Yeah, turn the volume down. I might get a little bit loud here. Oh, Kel just transitioned over from Dr. Pepper to Jaeger and Red Bull. Fluff, right on the Coke Zero. Okay, so for every sticker I send, you all drink. Wait a minute. That's going to have to go up for vote. Because crawfish is known to get a little bit crazy in some of these live streams. And I don't know. I mean, Will, what do you think? I just need like an emergency escape button to end the stream. Because if I'm doing the stream live and I pass out and you guys catch me snoring in like an hour and this thing goes on for 9 hours, yeah, it's going to be a little bit. I need to make sure I got like my face falls on the keyboard, it like shuts the stream off. A safe word. All right, Will, I'm down. I think I can do it because, I mean, how many stickers can he do in an hour? All right, I'm down if Will is. Anybody else want to step into that? Like, I'll volunteer for every sticker Crawfish sends. I'll take a shot. Anybody else? Kel? Let's see if Kel is in. Will, you can do a half a shot. You can do a sip. Now, 1 per minute, Crystal, that might be a little bit much. I mean, I don't think I can physically do 60 shots in 60 minutes. Okay, you know what? You guys can chime in whenever you want to, even if you're drinking a Coke Zero. Emmy is in. There. Oh, look at that. Emmy just stepped in. I'm in. Emmy's moderating. What? Will? Quarter shot? Okay. Wait a minute. Now, Will's saying every super chat, every dollar he super chats is a shot for Crawfish. Wait, that'll be a little crazy because then like one of your super chats would be 5 shots. Okay. You know what? Hell with it. We're all just going to do it. Crawfish is drinking. Emmy's drinking. I'm drinking. Will's drinking. And anybody else who wants to jump in, you guys do it too. Just be safe. Okay? And Jim is serving a drink. So here we go. Bottoms up, everybody. All right. Whew, man, it is getting warm in here. Like super, super warm. Okay. Back to... I'm gonna try to stay focused. Kel's in too. All right, so we got 2 mods, Kel, Emmy, Will, Crawfish, and Kills. We have a 5-person drinking event going on. Flamethrower. After tonight, whoever needs part of my liver the most can have it. Thing is, Fluff, I don't even drink much. Like if I drink 1 time a week, so this might be a little rough for me, but I figured I'm not streaming for a couple days. It is our last stream of 2018. Let's make it memorable. Okay, so I'm going to try to get to the topic, but I feel like I'm going to be drinking and picking a topic and then going back and forth. So as I said, June was all about random things. We mixed it up. We had some good countdowns, and we're moving on to July. So random things in June. July. What big event happened in July? And Walking Dead Nerd, if you can tell me the big event, then we will drink to that. And Crawfish is saying, sorry, give up drinking. Too many bad things happen. Yeah, I will say, and definitely, guys, keep yourself in check. I've never been a heavy drinker. And now, by heavy drinker, I mean like an everyday drinker. I had to clarify that because we have done, with the mods, we've done some drunk karaoke before. Like lyrics. Trailer Comic-Con. Exactly. All right. So, there's some events that we've yet to see, though, still from that San Diego Comic-Con trailer. Michonne. Where's Michonne with Lucille? So, from the San Diego Comic-Con trailer, and that was, not only did we get inside information from Walking Dead Nerd, but we also did our breakdown of the Comic-Con trailer. And then we had this Whisperer mask that showed up. Grimes on the radio is in the house as well. Vacation. 999 vacation in July. Yeah, Roxanne, I can agree with that. The Michonne with Lucille may have been only for the trailer. That's a good point. So Ron says the Ezekiel and Michonne kiss. I'm not going to bring up the 100 things I was wrong about, but I will bring up the fact that I said there was no chance that there was a relationship between Michonne and Ezekiel, that it was a romantic relationship. Well, DeMilo, it was just one of those things that if you knew Michonne was leaving, and it's kind of like I'm as passionate now with saying there's no way Michonne's going to die, even though Kel and Emmy have a side bet going on with that. It just doesn't make sense to the story. And if they did it, they did it. And I don't mean Michonne and Ezekiel. If they did it, they did it. I mean, if the writers would have allowed that to happen, I understood it. It's just, to me, it tarnished Michonne's character. If it was somebody in real life, I wouldn't judge them. But on a TV show, I think I reserve the right to have my heroes. Right? And isn't that why we watch characters? Because we have our heroes and our villains. And I just think that having Michonne have that moment of weakness, if it was a physical relationship, to me was just unnecessary. That's the way I justified it. Not that it's bad. I mean, she can do whatever she wants to do. It's just as a writer, if you have the opportunity to write it in or not write it in, it just, to me, it tarnishes the relationship with her and Rick. And it wouldn't have been any better if Rick hooked up with Jadis. I mean, if we see Rick in the movie and Rick has moved on, I'm going to have a problem with that. So I'm not even going to incorporate a double standard. I think in the movie, it's just better off if they don't bring Rick's love life into the situation. Just let Rick be a mercenary. Don't let him, go out and look for new women. Hey, it's been 7 years. 7 years. We made him stronger. Rick Grimes remembers nothing. I don't care if he's got amnesia. I just don't want to see him hook up with somebody else. Just don't think it's necessary. But July was all about Comic-Con trailer and breaking down the Comic-Con trailer. So we are 7 months into the recap of last year. So I'm going to ask again at the 7-month mark. You guys starting to feel a little nostalgic now? We ring a few bells there like, yeah, that's what we did last year. We're not even into double shots. Like, double shots started happening in September, October. I mean, we went crazy with double shots. So we're going to transition into August. So in August, I'm going to take a shot if you can tell me the relevance of the bottom picture. Not what necessarily the picture is, but what we spent most of our time talking about with that bottom picture. So we got a shot on ice, Will, for somebody that can crack the code here. Yes, sort of. Kind of. Not just a spinoff, not just a new series. There's something about it that we've been racking our brain trying to figure out. There it is. Tracy Bledsoe. First person to get it, Will. Bottoms up. The name of the show. We spent more time trying to figure out what the hell is this show going to be called. All right, I'm switching over to beer for a second here. We got Crawfish. Since I first came across Kills and Road to Survival stream some 3 years ago, fast forward to now, family I have here in the stream mean the world to me. I'm a little speechless. So first and foremost, let me say thank you for being a part of everything that we do. And, not that I'm choked up, I just get a little bit withdrawn whenever people bring up the amount of time they've been in the channel. Like, people have been here since the first gaming tutorials. I had people that went back and said, hey, I remember when you were doing NBA basketball videos. I remember when you were doing pack openings. I remember when you were doing those Empires and Allies videos and showing your defensive bases, and then transitioning to Walking Dead Road to Survival and doing the pack opening with Road to Survival. And that group, it's funny, Crawfish, and I see exactly kind of how this materialized. The channel started as a gaming tutorial, and it transitioned into a tight-knit group of gamers. And then it transitioned into a group that said, hey, Kills, we like your videos with doing this. Try this. And that's when I got into The Walking Dead, the TV show about 4 years ago, because of a group of gamers. And then that group just became so great at talking about things when I did the videos that once again we transitioned into live streams so we could kind of real-time interaction. And I think that's, when you hear the word family, that's what's awesome about our channel, is that we're not afraid to tear up the script and do it again. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? I mean, you could be a fitness junkie and then transition to how to make quilts. If that's what you want to do, and you've got interesting topics and you've got an interesting group of people. But I think what kind of humbles me more than anything is the fact that this group is what evolves and makes this channel. And now that we're looking at PDL, I mean, look at how Play Dead Live. Now, granted, there was a lot of gaming context in that, but the way you guys just sort of jumped in there and started playing like, hey, this is like old school D&D, and this is fun. We don't have to go out and buy a video game and sit in front of the screen and go through the motions. We can actually shape that universe and be a part of it. Unbelievable. How you guys have developed that. So, sorry. I'll get back on track. Tom Bug Ferreira super chatting it. Top 10 Walking Dead episodes from 10 to 1. 414, 815, 11, 48, 913, 98, 914, 71, 915, and 95. Tom, I can tell you there's probably about 5 of those that I could tell you what they are. The other ones, you'd have to sort of type it out and refresh. I feel like that sticker is a cue. All right, so that is a sticker for Emmy, Kel, Will, and Kills. I'm going back to Johnny Walker this time. All right. I got my feet up under me now. I'm good. So we got Will the Bill. I went back on live streams way back. It's awesome to see how this has grown. Oh, my goodness. This is like a double shot. Oh, it's like the swinging medallions. Double shot of my baby's love. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Double shot of my baby's love. You guys probably don't know that song. I don't know how I know it either. I was not alive when the swinging medallions were singing, but I do know who they are. And, all right, then I'm going to have to rotate back and forth, Crawfish. If these are going to be like speed rounds, then the beer is going to get more love than the whiskey. But I'm all good. It's keeping me balanced. Yeah, Will, I will say that I am, it does. I'm kind of like Adam Driver. I rarely, ever, ever, ever listen to my streams. If there's like a pack opening or something for, to kind of double check something or an event that happened, then I will. But Yeah, I mean, we're doing live streams or rapid fire, and I have a good idea of what I say. But yeah, I'm not going back and watching streams from 3 or 4 years ago. I'm just not. The channel is better. The content is better. But the people are such a tighter knit group. All right. Whew. Thank you. Because I'm sweating. Crawfish is like, he's going to give us a 5-minute cool down. Got to put his son to bed. Like literally, I'm sweating. So I'm going to take a breather here. And hey, that gets us through August. So then it was time for September. Do you remember when we switched over to September? All right, so in September, we really got into double shots. We were doing early spoiler specials. There was news coming out. Our group started to segregate a little bit, right? We had our people that wanted the spoilers and people that didn't want the spoilers. And there's always going to be that challenge because we have a diverse group. I do love the spoilers. But the challenge is posting it well enough in advance for people that don't. So that next thumbnail up there, Season 10 Early Spoiler Special. We had a lot of fun when we finally got to confirm some of the things that we had been talking about. Just a couple of the real minor ideas. But even still, some of the spoilers were pretty tight-lipped, I think. Because when we got to episode number 1, it was more about, hey, there's going to be a satellite. And the communities. It wasn't as much about what was going to happen with Sadiq. So they weren't long-term spoilers. But we got into our early spoiler special in September. And then something happened in October. So October, if you guys can tell me what the next thumbnail represents and give me a little bit of context, then I am going to call for my crew, Will, Emmy, Kel, and me. Almost forgot who the other Sorry, Kel. Almost forgot me and you. There it is. Crawfish says, make it 10 minutes. He came up holding. All right. You got it, man. We'll be here when you get back. Wilson says it certainly kept the machine. They did. No doubt about it. There we go. Deborah Cox, the 3Gs were actually adopted January 2nd of last year. So don't look at the top one. You kind of, yeah. You know what? Here, I'll give you another clue. It's up on the screen now. It's like, Julia Muse got it. All right. It is the picture down below it, but you can see the puzzle starting to take shape. So, it was Play Dead Live. And we did something with Play Dead Live that was pretty unique. We started out with about a 5 or 6 minute run through. And then 2 months later, we actually went through and did the flashback and called it Frigid Fights. So we went back and told the backstory. And I'm pretty pleased that we have done 12 different scenarios. 12 different scenarios. And you guys have been an amazing part of that. And I'll talk about some of the other additions that we're going to add as well. So after we got through the month of October, we got into the real nuts and bolts of The Walking Dead. So let's talk Walking Dead a little bit. What was your favorite episode or event from the first half of season 10? You're right, Ron. So many great characters. You did, Hippo. Legit team. I agree, Will. That was my favorite part, too. You must be punished. Oh, still did it. All right. All right, we're drinking to that one. Emmy, that's for you, Kel, and Will. Bottoms up for Alpha. Oh, Jim with the fist bump. Thank you so much. I have not watched The Mandalorian. I would certainly love to. Just got through about 6 episodes of Witcher. I'm going to finish up Witcher probably tomorrow. So we'll be talking about that in 2020. Bug says Negan and Alpha's episode. They're absolutely, Ron. There's some great choices there. This season has been phenomenal. Yes, DeMilo's very good. So the only thing, and I hesitate to say this. I would say The Witcher is a watered down version of Game of Thrones. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay? It's kind of got the a little bit of the game of porn element to it. It's got some steamy scenes in it, like Game of Thrones. It has some shock value to it. It's got some random gore to it. It doesn't have the pop and the impact that Game of Thrones is going to have, but it's good. It's good. I'm not going to say it's legendary. I'm not going to say it's... I don't ever see it being Game of Thrones. I mean, but what is? Or the budget. Good point. But it is entertaining. I'm not going to spoil it here. But let me just say, and if you guys have watched it, you'll know what I'm talking about. There's an episode that has a lot of flashback to it. And I was a little confused. I'm not going to lie. So I'm trying to figure out, wait a minute. Who's married? Is this now? Is this real time? So once it got about halfway through the episode, I was like, oh, okay. Now it makes a little bit of sense. But I was learning the character's name and what happened with it. Like I said, I'm not going to spoil it. And when you watch it, you'll know the episode that I'm talking about. But there's just one episode, and it kind of throws you off a little bit. And then once you get through it, it kind of ties it together. That's all. Other than that, yeah, I follow it really well. It's a little confusing. Whereas I don't, with Game of Thrones, well, I'm not going to say I wasn't ever confused in Game of Thrones, but with Game of Thrones, it's more like, how do you say their names? They were thorough in Game of Thrones. But let me jump back to November. So in November, we absolutely were doing double shots, full speed ahead. So 2 streams a day. One would be predictions, one could be spoilers. I remember one day the spoilers came out like on a Monday night, and then we had to revamp the schedule for the rest of the week. So we're pretty flexible with that. But that was our November. And then, of course, we ended The Walking Dead in November. And that brings us to where we are right now in the month of December. So December is typically a little bit slower month for us. I got a chance to hang out with the 3Gs a little bit. Of course, I did watch Star Wars and then bought a lightsaber and then had a chance to make a video with Grayson and Gabe. And so I wanted to put that back up there because I had fun doing Cat Wars. And if you guys got a chance to watch that, thank you so much. Appreciate you guys entertaining my soft and sensitive side. But these guys are amazing. And then we've done a lot of pack openings, a lot of gear, a lot of Play Dead Live, a lot of character record sheets. So one of the things that I'm probably most excited about for next year is to see how the social aspect of gaming sort of takes shape. Look, we don't have to play Dead Live 3 times a week. It might be once a week. We could do special events a second time. We might take a week or 2 off. Booster boxes, booster packs are going to change. But ultimately, we've got a pretty nice following, and I think Play Dead Live gets us back. It ties a little bit of Walking Dead back to our core, which is gaming. And Kel said this picture scared her a little bit. So I did want to put this in the background because this is going to be where we are going to start in January. So when Play Dead Live goes live in January, this is going to be the first building that each of you will see. And I'm going to leave it at that. So that is our entire year in recap. So that was your sneak peek. So a few other things. We're not winding down just yet because we are doing our celebration, but we do have to catch up a little bit. So can we get a couple more shots working here? Will, Kel, Emmy? I'm back to Johnny Walker. Not just a creepy hospital, Kel. It's going way, way beyond that. So I did promise a couple more surprises for 2020. But before we get to that, let me ask you guys, and a lot of people don't do this live, but I'm not afraid of the feedback. What would you guys change about 2019? What did you guys enjoy? What do you want to see more of in 2020? Because this channel continues to grow. It continues to attract people because you guys like what we do. And I don't want to be one of those hosts that start to turn and just make the content solely about what I want to do. So I want to get some of your feedback, some of your opinions. And Northside Queen, I may not be here as often as I would like to, but still love this channel. Look forward to a new year with all of you guys and great content. Mariah, certainly less drama is a welcome addition. And I would say that we do better than most channels. there's a lot of crazy stuff that happened, and we weed a lot of it out. But certainly that's been a focus of ours for the last couple months, and we're going to continue to try to do the best we can. And that's why we do PDL. I mean, we're doing PDL to get events where people can spend time together and enjoy it. Matt says, double PDL week. Ron, I love PDL. I want to see more personal shout-outs at the end of the stream. Fair enough, Ron. Absolutely. Kel says, more fun stuff, trivia, music, PDL, games. Great suggestions. Great suggestions. So here is something, trivia and music. So as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, the trading cards that we're adding with PDL sponsors, that means a lot to me, is when I'm sitting down and creating a card, which is my version of that character and their event. So for example, Will the Bill card. When I'm taking that image and putting the flavor text on the back, and I'm remembering like the actions and the behaviors and the things that you guys did, to me, those are lasting memories. And when I look at that trading card, it kind of brings all that back. And I'm really excited to do more trading cards. We are going to do as many, we're going to do 12, but we may have as many as 18 trading cards this coming year. So we got Will the Bill super chatting. I mentioned something pretty cool, be like the Superfan deal, but Superfan gets one stream remote connected to host with you. Not a bad idea. The logistics of that are difficult unless I'm doing it live, but not impossible to do, Will, but remote is a little bit tougher. But I certainly want to do some things this year that are going to incorporate a little bit more live into it. And that may happen as soon as I make my trip to Atlanta. So more to come on that. But I love the idea, Will, and I think you guys are going to see a little bit more with that. So Tammy Dimes, I'd like to see a Kills trading card. How about a Kills bobblehead? That's a possibility. All right, who's going to drink to a Kills bobblehead? Did I say? I don't think I said it right. It's been a lot. Everybody's like, where did Kills go? Did he pass it? I'm good. I do have a cold, though. So, yeah, I don't know. You've always heard, like, whiskey's good if you have a cold. I just don't know if this much whiskey is good for this cold. I didn't fall. I'm actually sitting down. It's hard to fall. No, for the last couple of days, I've been a little bit nasally. And I think, do I sound more nasally now that I'm drinking? I feel like I do. Maybe it's just my hearing is going bad. We're probably going to have somebody who's going to type like, nope, you sound exactly the same. Will can't get up. I told you guys it's gonna be an interesting stream. So now you guys, you know why I never drink and stream. Less nasally. Okay. Yeah, and certainly my hearing is getting worse. I think by the time after a couple days off, I should be back to normal. That's funny, DeMilo, because I sound more relaxed, but I certainly feel more relaxed. So here is something else. And I've kind of wavered back and forth on this. And because I don't want it to be, our channel, in my mind, evolved. Live streams and what we're doing right now it's like the apex. There's so many mistakes that you can make. There's so many things that can go wrong. There's trolls that can get in your stream. You can get sidetracked. I mean, you guys know because you've been through lots of them. And there's a lot of people out there doing 7-minute videos, 8-minute videos. Because of the amount of busy schedules we got out there, it's likely I'm going to incorporate a segment called Walking Dead Thoughts. They're going to be 5 minutes or less. It'll be just a quick topic, something that you can watch on your lunch break. It'll be something that's going to be just information-based. But just a quick video. It won't be a live stream in most cases. It's up there, a little bit of news just in case it's a busy day for you. And then we may develop that idea and do the live stream. But Walking Dead Thoughts, just some ideas that we can get out there for people that are on the run that I know many of you want to attend every stream, and sometimes you just can't. So that's something we're going to add in 2020 as well. Monday mashups, random things, bold predictions, PDL private streams, comic premiere reads, Freestyle Friday, The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, The Walking Dead World Beyond, The Walking Dead Movie, Walking Dead Thoughts 5-minute videos, gaming trading cards, bobbleheads, superfan emojis. I mean, think about this. We've just recapped an entire year of hundreds of videos, millions of views, and hundreds of millions of minutes watched and participated in, and several million comments. That's mind-blowing when I start to see these numbers. So, for 2020, as we kick in the door for 2020, what is it that you would like to see? We've talked about what the favorite streams are, but what are you most looking forward to? It doesn't have to be 999. It could be The Walking Dead. What is it you're most looking forward to in social broadcasting? One of the streams that we talked about, I mentioned this to Kel. Kel, was it September that I kind of threw the karaoke with Kills idea? I have a great time doing Coffee with Kills too. It's very casual Saturday morning. We have a lot of fun. And many of you watch the playback. So I was going to mess around and do karaoke with Kills and, like a 5-minute drive. But the problem is that if the music's playing on my phone, it won't record. So yeah, I kept going back and forth. Crystal, I love the Walking Dead content. That's what drew me in to begin with, and that's what will always be my favorite. And we're not going anywhere with that. The Walking Dead is still going to be our core. It's going to be everything that we do. But we're going to build a lot of things around that because, hey, I expect you guys to be here hopefully another 5 or 6 years. What if The Walking Dead's only around for 3 or 4 more years? Yeah, we're going to have some Witcher. We're going to have some random things. But PDL is one of those platforms that I'm hoping will really catapult us beyond The Walking Dead. More show discussion other than Walking Dead. E-Beach, I think that's a great idea. And we've done it with Passage. We've done it with Game of Thrones. But the audience, not everybody likes what everybody likes. And Walking Dead brought us all here. So, I mean, if we have thousands of people like The Walking Dead, and we only have 50 people that like, let's say The Witcher, for example, then it's a little bit tough. Now, we'll get more people on board to watch it. But, where do you go? Some people want to do Mandalorian. Some people want to do Witcher. The problem with Witcher is going to be, if it was a weekly basis, I would love to talk about it weekly. But it's just one of those you're going to watch, you're going to binge watch it, and then you may not see it for another year. So we don't have new content each and every day that we can kind of delve into. All right, we've got, so Will, Kel, Emmy, I think we're due. We're almost an hour and a half in. Let's hit another shot, and then we'll just get as many ideas in this video as we can while I can still get up and walk. I think I'm doing okay. Famous last words. I think I'm doing okay. You know what? Let's do this. Let's do a countdown. I started out the stream and said there's all these, top 99 songs of all time, or, here's your top 10. Kel, we'll take a vote. Stephen Kemp, I was hooked from the first time I heard your beautiful, funny, loving... Oh, look at that. Stephen Kemp is hooked on a feeling. Steve can't stop this feeling deep inside of me. Girl, you just don't realize what you do to me. Oh, I should have did the Guardians of the Galaxy. Oompa, 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 oompa. The faster version of Hooked on a Feeling, not the B.J. Thomas one. All right. Anyway, David Rolex super chatting it. Thank you so much. Wait a minute, Crawfish. That's like double shots again. Crawfish, are you sure your son's not making noise in the other room? Wow. All right, Crawfish, step back in the door. All right, Kel and Will. Will is like, no. Triple shot. Oh, come on now, Crawfish. You're just making up stickers now. Will, you're still typing very well, so I assume you're okay. Literally, my throat is burning. That is all right. That is certainly no. I won't get sick. Yeah, I'm not one of those that drink so much they can't keep it down. Huh. Now that's an idea, Ben Stevenson. What about allegedly? Good point. I mean, who would know otherwise, right? Wait, Ben Stevenson might be on to something here. It probably would be hard to coordinate it. But like a 24-hour, like what about like a 24-hour PDL stream? I mean, just something nonstop. I might be down for something like that, like in a few months. Mariah Campese, what about a get-to-know an individual member of the Army stream, one every week or every other week stream kills? It's not a bad idea either. Mariah, I think, I certainly want to do more with super fans. So maybe we could incorporate the super fans in there. I don't know if we could do it weekly, especially with all the Walking Dead content that's coming out. Because then we'd be doing like 4 streams a day. But if we're talking about adding something monthly for a couple people, I could see that. So, all right, one, the 24-hour stream is definitely not happening tonight. Number 2, if we do a 24-hour gaming stream, I'm certainly not drinking. This is a one-time deal. I can count on one hand the amount of times I've drank anything in 5 years while I've done a live stream. Maybe 3. I don't even know. I don't even know if it's been 3 times. But yeah, there's no way I'd be able to stay up 24 hours if I'm drinking whiskey. Deborah Cox, thank you for being here, and you have a great night. Have a great new year. Appreciate you popping in and being part of our 2019 stream and for everything you do for the channel. Yeah, we'll add about 10 or 15 more minutes. I want to get some more ideas in here and just sort of reminisce. And Will, how's your glass doing? I'm about at a quarter glass. So I think I'm good to go through the rest of that. Just hitting a bottle. Hey, that's the way to do it. Naked Walker Monday streams. Yeah. I mean, it's an attention-getting name. Grimes on the radio. Hey, thank you so much. Appreciate that too. And to answer your question, I mean, I'm sure there will be a couple of live events this year. PDL survival. Ooh, I like that. Survival mode. So you start out and then as long as it takes to eliminate, just waves and waves of walkers coming at you. Kind of like that, Ron. All right. Hey, we're an hour and 34 minutes, and I know some people are checking in and checking out. So let me take the next few minutes just to do a couple shout outs while I can still do the shout outs and get some of your comments and thoughts. My moderators are going to be drunk pretty soon. Kel can still type. Will can still type. Emmy's still doing okay. Live from another tattoo parlor. Ooh, anybody getting any new tattoos for 2020? I have 1, 2. I'm planning 3. Gina, yes. Amanda, yes. Up. Emmy says she's good, and then Crawfish just put another sticker up there. So, all right, we'll see how good you guys are. Will, Emmy, Kel, hit it again. Mariah thinking about getting a 9.9. Oh, I like that. You know what? I'm never gonna complain if anybody says they're getting a 999 tattoo. Will's got a 999 tattoo. Gina's got a license tag. I mean, we got all kind of things out there happening. Kel's getting a new tattoo for 2020. Rolex can get the regerts. I got it. Kel, is that shot number 11? Whew, my throat is burning. I think I should have picked something else to drink tonight. I don't know if whiskey was my best option. Amy Bones Ferrero, thanks for all the fun this year. 999. Thank you, Amy. Appreciate that. Looking forward to your character and what's going to be in store for 2020. I'm pretty excited to see how all that gear is going to work out. You know what? I think I'm going to need some food too. Maybe that's it. Maybe I didn't eat enough to absorb the alcohol. Friday stream. This coming up Friday. As you guys know, we're going to be rolling characters again. Make sure you print out your PDL character record sheets and have that handy. It'll go really fast rolling the character. And also, Friday will be the last night that we have the purple potions. So after Friday night, there's 5 more that are out there. Done. So there will be other items that you'll get throughout the gameplay. But there's going to be 2 more of Grady's potions and 5 more purple potions, and that's it. So I know some of you waited to roll your characters this Friday just for a chance you're going to get those. But January 10th is right around the corner. So, did this kind of time frame make sense to everybody? Heavy drinking time, switching to cold. Whoa! Going to cold water. Yeah, I might need to go to some cold water here myself. So, I've not validated this, and I'm going to wind down with this topic because I want you guys to think about it because, the time frame was a little shady. I read an article that said there are only going to be 9 Sundays throughout 2020 where there's not a Walking Dead show on television. Did you guys... We've talked about that, right? I just want to make sure before I go into the... So, does that even seem possible? Because, look, we're starting out January. We're already losing 4 weeks in January. And I haven't heard any plans that Fear is going to come on early or the new episode is going to come on. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have to go back and research that source. So it seems like January and February are pretty much shot. And then the rest of the year is only be like 2 weeks off the rest of the year. it's going to be an action-packed year, that's for sure. All right, team, we're going to do one more thing as a group. As I've recapped everything that we went through, let me say thank you. And you guys know for personal reasons why I'm not streaming tomorrow and taking the next couple days off. But once we get to New Year's, it's likely on New Year's we'll kick off the year, and I'll do just a short stream, maybe 5-10 minutes, just to say, hey, what's up? Hopefully everybody, has a great new year. I want to kind of set the tone. But I also want to give my sincere thanks. All these things that we went through for 12 months, from the comic book reads to random things, San Diego Comic-Con, Freestyle Friday, Play Dead Live. You guys have developed all of this, and this dream of growing this channel, all 100% owed to each and every one of you. It's been a lot of fun, had an absolute blast. The jokes, the silliness. I know we went through some of the drama. Hopefully all the drama is past. You're never going to weed out 100% of the drama, but at best what we can do is just learn from it and be the best possible team we can. We're going to be a strong group, a strong channel, if all of us just put our differences aside, come in, have a good time, and realize that what we're doing here is not to one-up anybody. It's not to beat anybody. Everything that we do on this channel is to participate, whether it's a game like Play Dead Live or whether it's a chat or a conversation. It's not to, for me to come in and say, hey, I know more about a show than you do and, make you feel like crap. It's so I can get my ideas out there and compare them to your ideas, and we can debate and do it respectfully and just continue to do something that a whole lot of people just cannot, they can't replicate that. So that's each and every one of you. Commodore, Super Chat, and seeing that you're shutting down, much love to the Dead family. So I think Ron or somebody had mentioned this, and Wilson talked about the time frame. I'm going to do a few shout outs because I got a couple minutes. First of all, I want to shout out the moderators that do a tremendous job. And if you guys are on the green team, if you guys can just post the emojis, Emmy, Steph, Tommy, Kels, Nerd, and Tin Man. Unbelievable group. The dedication that they put in this channel over the last few years. I don't have words to thank them for everything that they do. They're incredible. The green team. All of our green team up there with the custom emojis. 73, 74. We need to add a couple more members. So we're going to be talking about membership. Once we get to January, we get to 75, we get another emoji, and then we're going to try to push to get 25 more members and try to get to 100 members. Not everybody can, and certainly not trying to get people to do anything above their means, but we are going to put it out there and try to grow our green team as well to see if we can't get up to 100 members on the channel. And we're going to advertise a little bit more. Subscribers. 100,000 subscribers. I would anticipate adding another 20 to 25,000 subscribers next year. So my goal is to get to 125,000 subscribers. Once again, a lot of that, there's so much competition out there. A lot of that is advertising. So we're going to be advertising more heavily. We're going to bring on new people. When you bring on new people, there's different personalities. Not everybody's going to be a good fit for our channel. We've went through that, right? We went through growing pains. But we've got to open the doors and get more people to come in and give them the opportunity. So looking forward to adding more subscribers, more insight, more ideas, more networking. The Patreon group, I have so many tiers of Patreons. It's a third-party website. You guys know there is a link down below. They get a little bit extra. Patreons have been here 2 to 3 years. Great group of people. Thank you so much for everything that you guys do. And, of course, the PDL sponsors, the Play Dead Live sponsors, 27 sponsors making a substantial contribution every month to continue to grow this game, and the ideas and the support from that group, whether it's PDL packs that are going to be mailed out to people, whether it's going to be trading cards that we're going to develop, whether it's going to be character record sheets, all of those things, Play Dead Live sponsors. And my goal is to grow the Play Dead Live sponsors in the first 3 months of next year from 27 to 50. So pretty aggressive goals, but that's what we're going to go with. So got a couple more super chats in here. We got Emmy. Happy New Year, 999 Army family. As we end the year and enter a new decade, let all the old negative go and look forward to what the next decade can hold. Mushies. I could not say it any better than that. And Crawfish is going to contribute to our last shot of the night. So I'm going to ask you guys to do me a favor. I'm going to do the best I can. And if you're watching the playback, leave your comments down below. So everybody here, if you can give me a 999, I'm going to do this shot. I'm going to try to read as many names as I can. But here is to 2020. Here's to the 999 Army. My last drink of the night. Emmy, Kel, Will, cheers to you. And let me give a shout out to Matt, Tammy Dimes, Ron Burgundy Moore, Amanda Tomlin, Gina Crockett, Grimes on the Radio, Jay Smart, Mariah Campese, Kel, Deborah Farrell, DeMilo Young, Trigger, Matt, I already got you, Matt, Ben Stevenson, the 10-man, Stephen Kemp, Julia Muse, Lynn Nesvik, Joyce Andrews, Roxanne Dunlap, Diana C., Tracy Bledsoe, Crystal Singer Chitgore. If you guys want a nickname, show up every night, play PDL. You'll get your own nickname eventually. We got Bones out there. We got Trigger. We got Will the Bill, Emmy Desiree. I mean, Hippo in the house. Look at all these nicknames. How many people got your nickname from one of these streams? If you did, leave it in chat down below. Who else we got here that I haven't shouted out? We got Rolex. Obviously, there's Rolex. Looking forward to 2020. Marcia Derbyshire. Crawfish Super Chat 999. How about one more for the road? Love you, brother. All right. This will be a mini shot just for you. All right. One more for the road. It's burning, though, man. I'm telling you. Like, I'm trying to read, and it's burning. Love you, too, man. Appreciate you being here. Thanks for your long-time support. Will the Bill. Super Chatting. You guys are awesome. Here's to another amazing year together. Well said, Crawfish, Emmy, Will the Bill. Thank you so much for everything that you guys do. And thank you for being here. Justin Barrett, thank you. I'm trying to get as many names as we can. Northside Queen's been here for a long time. Thank you so much, Northside Queen. And I think I've got like 90% of the people in the stream. For whatever reason, I didn't call you out. Just understand that this whiskey's kind of burning a little bit. All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your evening. Rest in peace to my baby Morris, who passed away 1 year ago tomorrow. Miss you, buddy. Thank you so much. I know you're still looking down on the 999 Army. You were a founding member of this Army, and you always will be. And a shout out to my 3Gs who right there along the way as well. So thank you so much, everybody. You guys enjoy your New Year's, and I will see everybody in the next couple days. Peace.